I am human and I need to be loved just like everybody else does. That is the opening theme song to an awesome fantasy drama television series from back in the day called Charmed. In fact, I believe Netflix recently brought it back, but without the awesome theme music, so fuck you, Netflix. This TV show was about these three sisters who find out they're witches, and they use their powers for good. And I love this show. Don't judge me. And I would think to myself sometimes, you know what? I'm gonna marry myself a witch. I think that would be kind of cool. So some years later, I married myself a witch. Not as cool as I thought it would be. Now, she was not the perky San Francisco-based crime-fighting kind of witch from the TV show. She was not the cool, laid-back, sometimes good kind of pagan witch. No, she was straight-up old-school Puerto Rican Bruja, right? Now, my first thought was, okay, she's a witch. Sweet, always wanted to marry one. Maybe she'll be the crime-fighting kind. Maybe I'll get my own TV show. But all the time that we dated, I saw no magic being done, no spells being casted, no demons summoned forth. So I began to believe that this whole magic she does as a witch was some metaphor for positive intentions or energy or some such nonsense. So I married her. So we moved to Minnesota, and my first job was as a paraprofessional at a school at Minneapolis. Yeah, paraprofessionals. And I had this coworker. She was a much, much older white lady. And we had nothing in common. I know this because I would listen to her blather on and on and on, day in, day out, day after day, about her many, many years of life. She's all, oh yeah, I remember my dad telling me stories of his great-granddad having to wrestle a bear or two in his day. Oof da. That's just the way it was growing up on the Iron Range. Now, being new to Minnesota, I had no idea what the Iron Range was. And so my mind made this connection with the Iron Islands, which can be found in the Game of Thrones television series. So invariably, I began to believe that this coworker was either going senile or was plain batshit crazy, because she truly believed that she spent her childhood summers in a mythical place. And every day, there were more variations of these ancient stories, day in, day out, day after day. And one day, I came home from work defeated. Just sitting in the kitchen, in silence, blank face, slack jaw. My ex-wife, she sees me, she says, what's wrong? And I said, she just talks so much, stop talking. And you know what? I think she's crazy. You know what? I think I'm crazy. And she said, do you want me to shut her up? I said, yeah, I do. Do your bruja thing. Do some of that trabajo, as you call it. And she says, write down her full name on this piece of paper. So I scribble down the name, and I disappear into my man cave for a couple of well-deserved hours of video game time. So after a couple of hours, I take a break. I'm using the bathroom. I wash my hands, and I think to myself, I should check in on the proceedings because I don't know what "you want me to shut her up" means. So I go into the kitchen, which is now dimly lit, which was a shock to me because I didn't know we had a fucking dimmer switch in the kitchen, but boom, there it is, dim room. And my ex-wife is kind of standing stone still over the kitchen table, kind of muttering something in another language. It's probably Spanish, could have been Aramaic, I don't fucking know. But on the kitchen table were the following items: a small cylindrical jar with a clear, viscous-looking liquid inside of it, a black candle, half burned, black dog hair from her chihuahua, half a lemon, what the fuck, and a sheet of paper with the coworker's name written down and then my name superimposed over the coworker's name. And this was written down 1, 2, 3 times. And I'm taking all of this in, and from over her shoulder, my ex-wife, she says, "It is done." To which I replied, "Creepy." But the next day at work, this coworker said no more than 10 words to me the entire day. Good morning, oh, pardon me, and bye, have a nice day. And I immediately thought, oh, oofta. It actually worked. I am human and I need to be loved. But here's the thing, it worked. Every day until the day I left that job a couple of months later, day in, day out, day after day, this coworker said no more than 10, maybe 20 words to me in a day. And after about 3 weeks of this, I mentioned it to my ex-wife. I said, hey, babe, your trabajo is pretty strong there. And she says, never question it again. And she, with a flourish, I don't know why she did this, but she did that. With a flourish, she stormed out of the kitchen. And in that moment, I had two thoughts. One, okay, magic is real. Fuck me, I didn't see that coming. And two, there's gotta be a TV show in this for me somehow. Thank you very much.